The best anti-aging secret isn't sitting on a pharmacy shelf behind a high price tag. It's right here in my hand. Stop throwing away hundreds of dollars every month on those fancy supplements they keep pushing. One simple tweak to your morning routine can steady your blood sugar, protect your eyesight, and keep you strong and steady as you cross that 50-year mark. Look, we've been fed a bill of goods about cholesterol for over 50 years, all based on some shaky science from back in the 60s. It's high time we look at the actual facts from the 2024 and 2026 medical journals so you can live your life without all that unnecessary worry. Hit that subscribe button right now because on this channel, I give you the information most people will never hear from mainstream health advice. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this humble egg can practically save your health. 1. Eggs stabilize blood sugar. Now we reach a truth that affects your daily energy levels. Eggs stabilize blood sugar better than most foods. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. How quickly and how high depends entirely on what you consume. Foods that spike blood sugar rapidly create an energy roller coaster. You feel energized briefly, then crash hard. This cycle drives hunger cravings and long-term metabolic problems. Eggs produce almost no blood sugar response at all. They have a glycemic index of essentially 0. When you start your day with eggs, which are done out of cereal, toast, or pastries, you avoid the morning spike and crash that leaves most people reaching for snacks by 10 o'clock. A clinical trial published in the International Journal of Obesity compared an egg breakfast to a bagel breakfast with identical calories. After 8 weeks, the egg group showed significantly greater reductions in weight and BMI. Van der Waal et al., 2008, International Journal of Obesity. Food stays in your stomach longer, releasing nutrients gradually rather than all at once. This sustained digestion keeps blood sugar stable for hours after eating. For people with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, research has also found that egg-based breakfast did not worsen cardiometabolic markers compared with oatmeal-based breakfasts, and some inflammatory markers improved. Ballesteros et al., 2015. Eggs also influence satiety hormones such as PYE and GLP-1, which signal fullness to your brain. This helps regulate appetite naturally without conscious restriction. To optimize blood sugar benefits, eat eggs earlier in the day when insulin sensitivity peaks. Combine eggs with non-starchy vegetables rather than bread or potatoes. Adding fiber from vegetables slows digestion even further and feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Avoid adding sugary condiments like ketchup that counteract the blood sugar stabilizing effects. 2. The cholesterol myth has finally been debunked. Let us start with the biggest lie you were ever told about eggs. For over 5 decades, health authorities warned that eating eggs would raise your cholesterol and destroy your heart. This belief became so deeply embedded that people genuinely feared eating more than 2 or 3 eggs per week. Some avoided eggs entirely. But this fear was built on a fundamental misunderstanding of how your body actually works. The original cholesterol hypothesis came from studies in the 1960s that made a critical error. Researchers fed pure cholesterol to rabbits and watched their arteries clog. They then assumed the same thing would happen in humans. But rabbits are herbivores. Their bodies handle dietary cholesterol completely differently than ours. When you eat cholesterol, your liver responds by producing less of its own. Your body has a built-in regulation system that most early researchers completely overlooked. Large meta-analyses have found no clear association between typical egg consumption and cardiovascular disease risk in the general population. Shin et al., 2013. A major updated analysis in BMJ also reported that about 1 egg per day was not associated with incident cardiovascular disease in large cohorts. Drouin-Chartier et al. ILO 2020 BMJ. Another long-term study of over 400,000 adults in China published in Heart reported that people who ate eggs more regularly had lower rates of certain cardiovascular outcomes compared with those who rarely ate eggs. Chen et al., 2018 Heart. Now here is the practical application. One large egg contains about 186 milligrams of cholesterol. For many healthy adults, eating 1 to 3 eggs daily can fall within safe parameters depending on overall diet quality. However, you should know that about 25 to 30% of the population respond more strongly to dietary cholesterol. If you have familial hypercholesterolemia or existing heart disease, you should work with your doctor to determine your personal limit. The preparation method also matters. Frying eggs in butter adds saturated fat that can affect your lipid levels more than the egg itself. Poaching or boiling eggs keeps the cholesterol conversation focused only on the egg. This simple switch preserves all the benefits while minimizing potential concerns. 3. Eggs help calm chronic inflammation. Eggs help calm chronic inflammation, the silent driver of aging. Chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to heart disease, arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and accelerated aging. Many people over 50 live in a constant inflammatory state without realizing it. Egg yolks contain bioactive compounds such as phospholipids and carotenoids. In research comparing an egg-based period to an oatmeal-based period in people with type 2 diabetes, inflammatory markers such as TNF-alpha decreased during the egg period without worsening lipoprotein or glucose metabolism. Ballesteros et al., 2015. Here is the practical application. Eat whole eggs consistently, not occasionally. Pair them with anti-inflammatory foods like olive oil, leafy greens, turmeric, or fatty fish. Avoid frying eggs in processed seed oils, which may weaken the benefit. 4. Your brain requires what eggs provide daily. Inside your skull, there is a constant conversation happening between billions of neurons. These brain cells communicate through chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. One of the most important is acetylcholine. It controls memory, learning, attention, and muscle control. To produce acetylcholine, your brain needs a nutrient called choline, and most people are severely deficient without knowing it. Analyses of U.S. dietary intake have reported that a large majority of Americans fall below adequate intake for choline. Wallace et al., 2016. Wallace, 2018. One large egg contains about 147 milligrams of choline, roughly a meaningful chunk of daily needs. Like vitamin D, choline concentrates almost entirely in the egg yolk. The white contains virtually none. This provides another compelling reason to eat whole eggs rather than just whites. To optimize brain benefits, you should eat eggs consistently rather than sporadically. Your brain uses choline continuously for neurotransmitter production. Combining eggs with foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids can enhance brain protective nutrition. Salmon, walnuts, or flax seeds alongside your eggs create a comprehensive strategy. 5. Eggs contain rare nutrients that save your eyesight. Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of vision loss in adults over 50, and eggs contain 2 powerful nutrients that specifically protect the macula: lutein and zeaxanthin. Here's what makes eggs special. Even if leafy greens contain more lutein, the absorption from eggs can be higher because the fat in egg yolks enhances bioavailability. Research in the Journal of Nutrition found higher serum lutein response after egg consumption compared with spinach or supplements. Chungedul divi tukstoshi chetri. To protect your vision with eggs, choose eggs with deeper orange yolks when possible. Eat the whole yolk since carotenoids concentrate there. Cook eggs gently because excessive heat can degrade some carotenoids. Pair eggs with colorful vegetables to multiply protective effects across the entire meal. 6. Eggs deliver the highest quality protein known to science. Protein quality is not just about quantity. Eggs are often used as a reference protein because they contain all essential amino acids in ideal ratios. One large egg contains about 6 grams of complete protein, and the yolk matters. A controlled trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that consuming whole eggs after resistance exercise stimulated muscle protein synthesis more than consuming egg whites with matched protein content. Van Vliet et al. I. 2017. This has massive implications for anyone trying to build or maintain muscle, especially after 50, when age-related muscle loss, sarcopenia, becomes a real threat. To maximize protein benefits, distribute protein across meals rather than eating it all at once. 2 eggs at breakfast and 1 at lunch can be more supportive than 3 eggs in a single sitting for many people. Cooking method affects nutrient availability. Raw eggs contain avidin, which binds biotin and reduces absorption. Fully cooking deactivates avidin while preserving protein quality. 7. Eggs are a hidden powerhouse for bone health. Most people think about calcium when they consider bone health, but there is another nutrient bones desperately require: vitamin D, which helps unlock calcium absorption. Egg yolks contain vitamin D, and research has shown that regular egg intake can help support vitamin D status, especially during periods of low sunlight exposure. For example, a randomized trial found that consuming eggs weekly attenuated wintertime declines in circulating vitamin D compared with lower egg intake. Daly et al. 2022. The vitamin D in eggs is found almost entirely in the yolk. If you throw away the yolk, you throw away the vitamin D. You also lose vitamin K2 found in some egg patterns and diets, which is often discussed for directing calcium toward bones rather than arteries. To maximize bone benefits, eat the whole egg. Consume them with a source of fat to enhance absorption. Olive oil or avocado works well. Eating eggs with leafy greens adds calcium to the meal, creating a complete combination. 8. Bonus truth: eggs quietly support hormone balance. After 50, hormones regulate metabolism, muscle maintenance, mood, sleep, and daily energy. As we age, key hormones naturally decline, contributing to fatigue, belly fat, and loss of strength. Eggs provide cholesterol, one of the building blocks your body uses to produce hormones, along with B vitamins that support energy metabolism. How to use this effectively? Eat eggs earlier in the day to support appetite control and daily rhythm. On strength training days, whole eggs support recovery and muscle signaling. And again, whole eggs matter more than whites alone. 9. The optimal number. For longevity. Now we arrive at the most important truth of all. How many eggs can you actually eat per day without risking your health? And is there a sweet spot that maximizes benefits? Large population studies and updated analyses generally show that moderate egg intake is not associated with higher cardiovascular risk in the general population, with individual differences and context of the overall diet being critical. Schneider, 2013. Drouin Chartier et al., 2020. For most adults, a practical starting point is one egg per day. If you have concerns, get your lipid panel tested. Most people will see no significant negative changes. Gradually increase if desired while monitoring how you feel and relevant markers. Boiled and poached eggs consistently appear as the most clean preparation methods in many dietary patterns. Fried eggs in unhealthy oils can weaken benefits. How you cook eggs matters nearly as much as how many you eat. You now possess information that most people will never learn about eggs. The decades of fear were based on outdated science. Modern research tells a very different story. Eggs support brain function through choline. They strengthen bones with vitamin D. They provide high-quality protein for muscle maintenance. They protect your eyesight with bioavailable carotenoids. They stabilize blood sugar for steady energy. And moderate intake appears safe for many healthy adults with personalization for those with specific conditions. The single most important change you can make starting tomorrow is simple. Add one egg to your daily routine. Choose quality eggs when possible. Prepare them without excessive unhealthy fats. Eat the whole egg, including the yolk, where most nutrients concentrate. Your morning breakfast plate is waiting. What is your favorite way to prepare eggs, scrambled, poached, boiled, or something completely different? Share your go-to egg recipe with our community. You might just inspire someone to try something new tomorrow morning. Now we want to hear from you. How many eggs do you eat per day? And has the cholesterol myth ever stopped you from eating more? Share your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. The science is in, and those outdated fears from half a century ago are officially a thing of the past. Starting tomorrow, your breakfast plate won't be a source of anxiety anymore. Instead, it's going to be your most powerful weapon for protecting your brain, your vision, and your muscle strength. If you value real medical truths, no hype, just evidence-based facts, hit that subscribe button for Heal Fit Health right now. Our mission is to help our generation age sharper, stay stronger, and take total control of our health without relying on expensive prescriptions. But wait, eating the egg is only half the battle. To truly turn that egg into the ultimate anti-aging powerhouse, you need to know how to pair it with the right foods. Don't miss my next video right here, the top 10 vegetables to pair with eggs for maximum nutrition. I'm going to show you how these specific greens unlock the vitamins in your eggs and help your body absorb those nutrients way more effectively. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, better health doesn't come from extremes. It comes from small, smart choices made every single day.